Hello, today I am going to discuss about a new topic in analog electronics called feedback. Feedback in amplifier. Okay, feedback in amplifier. Now, what is feedback? It is the process in which a portion of the output energy is transferred to the input of the system. So here is the definition. Feedback it is the process of transferring a portion of the output energy, a portion of the output energy to the input of the system. So this is called as feedback. This process is called as feedback. Now types. Basically there are two types of feedback. One is positive feedback, positive feedback, and second one is negative feedback. So positive feedback is when the feedback energy is in phase with the input energy. When the feedback energy is in phase is in phase with the energy input energy, okay, and it enhances the input signal. Okay, it enhances the input signal, the input signal. Okay, so when the feedback energy is in phase with the input energy, this feedback enhances the input signal. It is called as positive feedback. Now next type of feedback is negative feedback. Negative feedback. So when the feedback energy is out of phase with the input energy, when the feedback energy is out of phase with the input energy. Okay, out of phase means 180-degree phase difference. That means when the feedback energy and the input energy has a phase difference of 180-degree, it is called as negative feedback, and it subsequently diminishes the signal. Okay, it diminishes means it diminishes the input signal. Okay, so two things you need to keep in mind. In positive feedback, the feedback energy is in phase with the input energy, and in negative feedback, the feedback energy is out of phase with the input energy. Out of phase means 180-degree phase difference. Okay, in case of positive feedback, there is no phase difference. Okay, now we'll see the uh, diagram, the derivation of the feedback. Okay, so here we have got a diagram So in the diagram you can see there is a uh, applied signal voltage represented by Vs. Okay, we have got the output voltage represented by V naught. Let me enlarge it. So applied voltage is represented by Vs and output voltage is represented by V naught. So Vi, here you can see Vi is the input to the amplifier. Okay, so remember always one thing, this negative feedback is applied to the amplifier. Okay, and Vf, you can see Vf is the feedback voltage. Vf is equal to beta times of V naught. Okay, so let me derive it. So for that, okay, so here I am using this diagram to derive. Here is the diagram. So if you carefully look into the diagram, we have the input voltage Vs, or input signal voltage is Vs. So Vs is the input signal voltage. Okay, V naught is the output voltage. Output voltage. Vf is the feedback voltage. AF is the voltage gain with feedback. Voltage gain with feedback. Okay, A is the open loop gain. Open loop gain. And what is open loop gain? Open loop gain is the gain of the amplifier without the feedback network. You can see that we have got a feedback network. Okay, if this feedback network is not present, then the gain of the amplifier is called as open loop gain. Now, this input voltage with feedback is given by the input voltage. The input voltage with feedback is given by is Vi is equal to Vs plus minus Vf. Now this plus sign will be used when it is for positive feedback and minus sign for negative feedback. Okay, so the input voltage is the Vs and Vf, the combination of Vs and Vf. Okay, so we'll be considering the negative feedback case. Okay, that is Vs minus Vf. For negative feedback, input voltage will be equal to Vs minus Vf. Okay, this is equation number 1. And this open loop gain A is given by V naught by Vi. Okay, then beta is given by, this beta is given by Vf by V naught, and this AF, that is voltage gain with feedback, AF is given by V naught divided by Vs. You'll have to remember these terms. Okay, now V naught is equal to A times of Vi. Okay, that is this expression I'm using. V naught is equal to A times of Vi. Now from equation 1, what you can write? Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. Vs minus Vf. This is from equation 1. Okay. Now, what is Vf? Vf can be written as Vf is how much? Beta times of V naught. So you can see from the figure also, Vf is equal to beta times of V naught. So what you can write? V naught is equal to A times of Vs minus Vf can be written as beta times of V naught. So we can now simplify it. V naught is equal to AVs minus A beta V naught. Okay, so this can be written as V naught 1 plus A beta is equal to AVs. Taking the V naught term in one side. Okay, so now what is V naught by Vs? From here we can write what is V naught by Vs. V naught by Vs is equal to A divided by 1 plus A times of beta. Now we know that V naught by Vs is equal to AF. Okay, so here we have already a relation. V naught by Vs is equal to AF. We can use this relation here. Okay, therefore we can write what? V naught by Vs as AF. So you can write AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. So this is the expression for feedback in an amplifier. This is the expression for negative feedback in amplifier. I hope you have understood this. For any doubt, you can comment me in the video. Thank you very much.